Hi, my name is Nabat. I am a certified personal trainer, and I'll be running you through a 30-minute HIIT workout. All you need is a mat and your body weight. Let's get started. You're going to join me on your mat, lying on your side, bringing your knees up in line with your hips, hands stacked, resting your head on your shoulders. You'll take your top arm, reaching it forward, keeping your fingertips as close to the ground as you possibly can, coming up to the top of your head, which is 12 o'clock, flipping up your palm, and bring it down behind your back, all the way down to your glutes, and swinging back up in the opposite direction, and coming back to the front. Working up, and swinging back. Really want you to feel how this works. You're going to be opening up through your shoulder blades, your shoulders, your T-spine. It might feel a little uncomfortable. It might not be as smooth. That's totally okay. We're mobilizing and we're warming up here. Good. You're going to give me 2 more. Trying to keep your fingertips as close to the ground as you possibly can. If you're having difficulty, you can let your hands hover. That's totally okay. Good. Last one. Good. And I'm going to flip over this way. You can flip over whichever way you'd like, just so you can see it from the back. Good. Again, lying on your side, making sure your hips are stacked, reaching your fingertips forward, and coming up to 12 o'clock, flipping up your palms, and coming all the way down towards your glutes. Again, going back in the opposite direction, flipping back down at 12, and coming back. The further you reach, the deeper the stretch. Good. The closer your fingertips are to the ground, the more challenging it is. So meet me where you are today. Really let your shoulders drop as you come down. Let your T-spine open up. Just a few more here. You can do this as many times as you feel like you need. We're just going to do a few on the other side. But stay here if you need to. And come back and join me when you're ready. 1 more. Good. And bring it back up. You're going to come back up to seated position. And we're going in for Shin Box Opener. We're going to open up our hips here. Feet are going to be at hip width apart, 90 degrees. I'll show you what this looks like from the side. So 90 degrees, hands right behind your back, chest nice and proud. Your feet are going to be hip width apart. What you're going to do is you're going to let your knees drop to one side, and then again to the other, making sure your sit bones stay on the ground. So I don't want to see your hip coming up. That's not actually going to help us work through our hip. I want you to keep that hip down. You might not be able to come all the way down. That's totally okay. Go wherever you are today. The more you do this, the more mobile you'll get through your hips, the better this will feel. If you find that your feet are sliding away, just slide them back. And we're going in for a few more here. Good. Really trying to get the knee down a little bit more each time. Good. If you sit all day, which a lot of us do, this is going to be a great mobilizer. Good. All right, we're going to go into our final mobilization exercise. It's called a half rocking frog. You can roll up your mat a little bit more if you need to for more support on your knees. I'm okay here. So we're going to take your right foot. You're going to step it all the way out. I need your pinky toe on the ground. Hands are going to be in front of you. And you're going to rock back, sitting into your heels and reaching forward. Rocking back and reaching forward. You're going to feel a nice stretch through the inner part of your thigh as you're rocking forward and back. I will show you what that looks like from the side. Good. Keeping that toe planted, shifting your weight forward and back, sitting into your heels as far as your body's going to let you go today. That's the whole point of movement and working out. You want to meet yourself where you are. Don't push beyond what doesn't feel good. Just rocking forward and back, forward and back. We're going to switch sides. This time your left foot is going to hit the floor, pinky toe on the ground, rocking forward and back, forward and back. Had a nice pop in my hip there. Felt good. Again, you're going to feel a nice stretch through the inner part of your thigh. Just working through that hip. Good. 2 and 1. We're going to go into our activation. So activation is just priming our muscles and getting them ready for movement. We're going to do a plank walkout with a shoulder tap. So you're going to start at the bottom of your mat. You're going to hinge forward as far as you can. If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. You're going to reach down towards the ground, walking yourself out into a high plank. Make sure your hips drop just a little bit so you're parallel. You're going to tap, 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 and then walk yourself back, trying to keep your legs as straight as you possibly can. That's the trick here. We're warming up our hamstrings, walking yourself out, holding that plank position, bracing your core, tap, 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 and then walk yourself back. We have 3 more just like that. Forward fold, bend your knees if you need to, walk your hands out. You're going to be in plank position, brace that plank for a moment, then go in for your tap. Try not to let your hips rock too much here, and walk yourself back. Good. Forward fold, walk yourself out, holding that plank, tap, 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 and walk yourself back. 1 more. I'll show you a modification for this one. Forward fold, hands down towards the ground, walking yourself out. You can drop to your knees here. Tap, 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 and then walk your hands back and forward fold. So you choose your options there. That's your plank walk out. And we're going to go into a 3-directional tap. 1 foot stays planted. Nice soft bend in your knee. And we're going to tap in 3 different directions. We're going to tap side, 45 degrees, and directly behind. Side, 45 degrees, directly behind. Side, 45, back. Side, 45, back. What's happening here is you're activating your glutes. Your standing leg is starting to fire up. 45, back, side, 45, back, side, 45, back. Good. 2 more sets. Side, 45, back, side, 45, back. That leg is firing up. Side, 45, and back. Give that leg a shake. We're going to go into the opposite side now, standing on your left foot. Get a nice grip, soft bend in your knee, brace your core, side, 45, and back. Take a moment just to get the movement. This does require a little bit of balance. Good. Once you've got it, you can start to increase the speed. Good. Using your arms kind of helps with the rhythm. Good. Side, 45, back, side, 45, back, side, 45, back. 2 more sets. Good. 1 more for good measure. Side, 45, and back. Give that leg a shake. We're going to go into our circuit, but before you do that, you can grab a sip of water. So we're going to go into supersets. So we're doing 2 moves back to back. We're working for 30 seconds. 1 minute for the first exercise, 30 seconds for the second. We're doing bodyweight squats and high knees. If you're already feeling your heart rate go up, perfect. You can hear it in my voice. All right, we're doing 3 rounds, bodyweight squats for 1 minute, 30 seconds for our high knees. So for your squat, I'm gonna start the timer, feet outside your hips, brace your core. You're sitting back into a squat. Start nice and easy, nothing complicated here. Bracing that core, leading in your hips, sitting back into that chair. I'll show you what that looks like from the side. Sitting back, 90 degrees, and up. If you're finding your knees are driving in, I want you to push them out. Always pushing your knees out in your squat. You've got 30 seconds here. I'm all about the quality of your movement, not necessarily the quantity. I'd rather you do it well than do so many incorrectly. So sitting back into that squat, 15 seconds to go. Good. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go into high knees. I'll show you your options for high knees here. You can go in for a march. You can pick it up, and I'll show you the highest level in a second. We go in 3, 2, 1, go. So you're bringing your knees up, trying to come up to hip width, hip height. If this is too much impact for you, you're marching it out. You choose your option. We're here for another 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step your feet out hip width. Brace your core. We're going back into our squats. Let's go. Down and up. We're here for a minute. Use this minute to catch your breath. Very little breaks here today. I want you to get a real good sweat in a short amount of time. Catching your breath here. It's called active recovery. Sitting back into that squat. If you need assistance with your squat, you can always use a chair. Sitting back into that chair, letting your breath catch up with you. Good. Sitting back. Almost there, 15 seconds or so. Letting your knees drive out. Breathe. Good. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go in for your high knees. Now you know your options. You choose what you wanna do. Ready? And go. So knees up. Nice and soft on your feet, as soft as you can. Remember your options to march it out, or join me with your knees up as high as you can. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set yourself up back for your squats. This is your opportunity to catch your breath. Remember that. Feet out, feet hip width apart, toes pointed out. Brace your core. Sit back into your squat. Never been so happy to do a squat. Sitting back. Good. You guys are doing amazing. This last set of squats. Catching your breath here. We're working to a break. Good. Make sure you brace your core. Try not to dump out into a bend. Sitting back into your squat. 10 seconds here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last final push here, guys. Ready? And go. Knees up. Get your heart rate up. I promise you get a break after this. Good. Whatever you have, I want it right here. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice deep breath. Sip of water here. We're going to go into our second round. So our next two moves are single leg touchdowns and speed skaters. Breathing nice and deeply. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. So for a single leg touchdown, we're going to start off with your right leg. We're doing 30 seconds apiece for this. Nice soft stance, slight bend in the knee. You're going to step your back foot and just gently supporting yourself on your toes. The most important part of this move is actually hinging through your hip. So you're going to hinge and reach down and come up. Reach down and come up. We're looking for a stretch in the back of that front leg. You can use a water bottle as a marker if you'd like. Ready and go. Reaching through, coming up. Reaching through, coming up. Good. We're focusing on that front leg. Really sending that hip back, reaching down and coming up. Good. Hinge back and reach. Always search for the stretch. Good. And we're going to switch legs in 3, 2, 1. Switch. So stepping your back leg back about a foot, not too long, not too wide. Gently support it on your toes. Hinge in your knee in the front leg. Sitting back and coming up. Back and up. Really feeling the stretch in the back of that front leg. You always want to move with purpose. Never just want to move just for the sake of it, okay? Good. We have about another 15 seconds here. Really sitting back. Good. Really search for that stretch in the back of that front leg by hinging your hips back. 3, 2, 1, and step in. We're doing 30 seconds of speed skaters. You have options for your speed skaters. You're going to start at one side of the mat. You're going to jump over and cross, okay? Your modification is just doing a side step, or you can really push off on both ends with me here. So we're going to start on this side in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross, step back. Cross, step back. You want to use your mat as a target for width if you'd like. Remember, your option is just sidestepping. Good. Covering as much ground as you possibly can. Try not to cross your foot back too far. We just want to stop right in behind the front leg. Just crossing over, getting that heart rate up. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to go back in for those single leg touchdowns. Front foot. Right foot stands, left foot steps back. Soft bend in that knee, always brace your core. Reach back and down. So you're reaching back with your hips and down with your fingers. Use this movement as your active recovery to catch your breath. Good. Really hinging back. Doesn't take a lot to feel it. I want you to search for the stretch. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we switch. So stepping back with your other leg, soft bend in that knee, about a foot to a foot and a half behind you, core braced. I'll show you from this angle for this one. Reaching back, touching down. You always want to make sure you have space between your feet. If your foot is back here, it's harder to balance. So be nice to yourself. Spread your feet out a little bit. Searching for that stretch to the back of that front leg. Good, goes by super quick. 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going in for your speed skaters. Remember your options. You could side hop or full skater with me. Let's go. Stepping to the side, back. Good. This is your final push on this one. So I really want you to cover as much ground as you possibly can. Really increase your heart rate. Push as much as you can today. Remember your options. If you need them, lower impact is the side step, okay? Let's go. We got less than 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, guys. That was set 2. We have set 3 coming up. Sip of water here. At any point in time, if you need more of a break, feel free to pause and join me when you're ready. We're going in for our 3rd set, and this is we're doing core here. So we're going to get onto your mat, lying on your back. We're starting off with a bicycle crunch. Good, so you're gonna lie flat on your back, fingertips to temple. What's really important here is you're not straining your neck. So the way to not strain your neck is to tuck your chin into your chest. Fingertips to temples, because if your hands are behind your head, you're gonna pull down, and I don't want you to do that. Fingertips to temples, keeps your chest proud. Your feet are gonna come up. You can relax your feet here, 90 degrees. You're gonna cross crawl and back to center. Cross crawl and back to center. So we're here for about a minute. So I want you to take your time here, catch your breath. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. So it's right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee. Keeping your feet up at 90 degrees as best as you can. Lifting your shoulders off the ground. Slow and steady wins the race here. The slower you go, the harder it is. But we're here to work, so I want you to put the effort in. Good, cross crawl. Working on your breath here. Good, we're here for about 10 more seconds. Really taking your time. You're gonna feel this firing up in your core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! Feel that one quick. All right, we're going in for ankle reaches. Feet or your heels close to your bum. Palms facing up. It's really important to tuck your chin here. You're gonna look through your knees, hands up, and you're gonna reach for your ankles, keeping your shoulders off the ground, and reaching for your ankles. We're only here for 30 seconds. So breathe with me. Feel this firing up in my core. Reaching for your ankles, tucking your chin into your chest. Good. About 12 more seconds here. Keep your shoulders off the ground. It doesn't look like much, but we're really firing up the obliques and your abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, let that air out. Nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. You know what's coming up next. We're going in for that cross crawl. Fingertips, temples, feet up. Brace your core, look through your knees, and cross, cross, cross. Good. Ooh, harder the second time. Stay with me. Breathe through it. If you need a break, take a second and join me again. This is tough, but you got it. Good, 30 seconds to go. Breathe through it. Your modifications here, if you need it, fingertips, temples, look through your knees and just go for the basic crunch. Your choice, but let's finish up strong. 15 seconds to go. Reaching out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! If our core is burning, hands up. I feel it. All right, we're going in for those ankle reaches, you guys. Let's go. Deep breath in. Bring your heels to your ankles. Palms up, chin into your chest. Look through your knees. We're going in for that side to side oblique crunch. Reaching for your ankles. Breathing through. We're working to our final 20 seconds or so of movement. And we're going to go into a cool down and stretch. You got it. Reaching through your knees, looking through your knees, reaching for your ankles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that air out. Nice deep breath. We're going to go in for your stretch and your cool down. Toes pointed one way, arms overhead, reaching your fingertips to one side of the room, toes to the other. Lift your rib cage up towards the ceiling and really feel that stretch through your abdominals. This feels really good after those bicycle crunches and those ankle reaches. Nice deep breath. Let your heart rate come down. Focusing on your breath here. Good. When you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side. Right, left, right, left. Good. You're going to roll yourself up into a seated position. And we're going to go in for a stretch through your hamstrings. So again, that warm-up that we did here, we're going to do it in a static way. So it's a deep stretch, pressing that toe towards the ground, sitting back into your heel. That should feel a heck of a lot easier this time around because you're nice and flexible and you're mobile. Good. Breathing through this. Feel that stretch. If you want a little bit more, you could slide your foot away just a bit more. Good. We're going to take that front foot. That foot, we're going to bring it to the front, heel up, sitting back into a hamstring stretch. I'll show you what that looks like from the side. So heel down, sitting back, looking for that stretch in the back of that leg. Good. We're going to go in for that frog, half frog stretch here. So again, pointing that toe down towards the ground, sitting back into your heel, feeling that stretch right through the inner part of that thigh. You guys are doing amazing. That was a tough workout, but you're doing great. This is where you get to reward yourself and your body. Heel forward, sit back, finding that stretch in the back of that front leg. Good. Sitting back as far as feels comfortable, but the goal here is looking for that stretch through that leg there. Good. We're going to come up to standing. We're going to do a nice quad stretch. You can grab a wall if you need to for balance, or you can challenge yourself here. Brace your core, grab your laces, knees in line, hips forward. It's really important to line up your knees, otherwise we're not actually stretching out the quads. Good. I promise you, you will remember me tomorrow because your body will feel it. We're going to do the other side. Grab your laces. Knees in line, hips forward. Really feeling that stretch from your knee to your hip. Good. Arm out for counterbalance if you need it. Don't have the balance on this side today. That's okay. Good. We're going to do a stretch for your sides. You're going to take that same leg we just used. So your left foot is going to cross behind your right. Your left arm reaches up, and you're leaning over towards your right side. You're going to feel a stretch all the way through the side of your body, down to your hip. You can look down if you like. If you want a little bit more and you have the balance, look up towards your elbow. Good, we're gonna switch sides. Now this time your right foot goes behind your left. Get your balance there for a second. Reaching your right arm all the way up, leaning over towards your left side. Feeling that stretch through your rib cage, outside your hip, all the way down. You might even feel it towards the back of your hip. Again, looking down if you need to, or up towards your elbows. Good. We're going to stretch out your low back here, hinging at your knees, elbows on your knees there. Tuck your chin into your chest, round out your back. Good. Really just breathing and feeling the release through your low back. Fingers nice and laced. Straighten out. Slowly roll yourself up. Press your palms to the ceiling. One final stretch. Lacing your fingers behind your back. Driving your knuckles towards the ground. Opening up your chest towards the sky. Really feel the stretch across your chest. We're going to finish up with 3 breaths all together. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale up. And exhale, let it go. Awesome job, everyone. That was your workout for today.